Here, our second quarterfinal, gonna be heading right on at you. And now we're gonna see how the players play here, where, you know, NJIT, not a team to be underestimated. And he's gonna get it. Take a look at Cake, and Cake is down early on. The displacement, just too much to recover from. And Harrisburg, off of that play by Insomniac, gonna be taking the first fight. Threatening on the poke battle here. Graviton gonna be invested here by Swish. Here comes the bomb. Up and over. Smoody looking for it on the other side. And Retna takes down two. Off the Graviton. Harrisburg just gonna come back in for an easy retake.
You see they're playing around Retna's shield. Retna's so low, you actually see Conrad pushing them, getting the frag. It won't matter in the end. The point is still going to be flipped. They're just playing around their Zen. They need to build grab because there's no trance. There's no trance for the grab that they build.
Well, they're looking for the displacement. Insomniac able to go for it. They're about in response. The Graviton though, Eden. NJIT unable to grab both grabs, Eden. The Divas are hungry here today, but Harrisburg just too far ahead. NJIT unable to recover from the early pickoffs. Harrisburg not only got retake, it's likely going to be their round. Not phased at all. The Shatter does precious little. And NJIT, they've invested a lot. The barrier used early. And Harrisburg moving up the advantage to use the barrier of their own just to aggress on in. They get the pickoff on the sickest, and they're going to be getting even more. But not a bad start here from NJIT.
No, not a bad start. A little bit, I would say a little bit too early of a beat there for Quad Core.
Under quite a bit of pressure, they have to hold back. Graviton still in reserve here. There's no transcendence on the other side. This is a big window for NJIT. They're going to drop the Graviton. And here comes the bomb. Up over the top 18, looking for a Swish shorty down. The bomb takes down two. And NJIT on the verge of forcing a round three. Harrisburg losing just about everyone here. It's final delay coming out, but this should be round three heading our way.
They need to isolate someone. They forced the trans with it. That's a great value.
The rally, it's not enough. Sickest is going to fall. Harrisburg just got way too much poke early on. And this is a very good counter engagement. Retna decides to use Primal. I don't think it was necessary. I think they had to fight regardless.
No, I don't think that was necessary at all.
Regardless, Harrisburg, they're going to do enough to take the point.
There is also the rally.
Well, they're going to use the Transcendence as well, and I think that might have been ill-advised. And combo was coming in. It wasn't going to save people to begin with. It didn't actually buy them much more time. And Harrisburg, I think they're still okay with this, even though they didn't necessarily need to give up the point.
Harrisburg should be very okay with this, even though they had to give up the point. The stall is great, though. NJIT's stall has been fantastic.
Harrisburg.
Sickest grab, sickest grab.
And on the other side, Vadio down. Harrisburg able to turn it. But NJIT coming back the other way. I'm not sure they've done enough. Harrisburg, and it gets Smoody off the edge. Quad Core. You know, to make it interesting, it's still a tough fight here. Harrisburg, just more men on the point.
That's the solo grab on the Quad Core. There's no more fight anymore. It's stagger for NJIT.
Moving forward, not being too subtle here about doing this. Graviton gonna be in. Smoody looking for the self-destruct off to the other side. Gets three, set up by the charge from Retna.
Good setup there for Harrisburg. Setting up the charge, setting up the pin. And what's so important about those plays is removing the cooldowns early and making sure your Ryan can follow up where they're not going to be killed during the charge. Having your own cooldowns available, and that's exactly what Harrisburg did.
Harrisburg showing off. Meanwhile, Shatter the other way, knocks down two. Cake going to be taken on down. Retna Shatter, absolutely massive for Harrisburg in reversing that fight. Gives his life for it. Meanwhile, the shield pressure on their side. Retna not going to be long for this fight. Ends up falling, and NJIT punishing Harrisburg for their hubris.
I liked NJIT and Harrisburg's rotations. I liked their counter rotations, but Swish may be making a little bit of a miscalculation there when they drop out the window to set up the grab. He's directly on top of everyone of NJIT. He's alone, and then he gets shattered. There is no cleanup, and Harrisburg slowly but surely will lose that fight.
Rhino just shattering the ground, not much else. Retna, though, gonna fall as NJIT, they get the better of the fight, and this is likely going to be point B, but it takes them every last bit of time left in their bank.
And the crux of the fight for Harrisburg was that Swish got isolated. They had to rotate, they had to use so many cooldowns for him early, and then post-fight, NJIT, despite the bomb, despite the grab, they're still in a much better position because they have those cooldowns.
Off on the other side, but Insomniac's down. Insomniac in a rough spot. NJIT, they want more. Blood is in the water. They drop the barrier, and look at this. Retna just stuck nowhere to go, but Smoody, the follow-through, the bomb, deals with the pressure of NJIT, and Harrisburg is going to shrug that off, and everyone into the pit. Well, it's something that Harrisburg need. NJIT, they have to get to a point here. It's only 7 seconds. They have to move forward. They're going to be put on the ground. Cake already down. 3 seconds left. Harrisburg stuck back over here. They do get to the payload here in overtime, but Harrisburg moving on back. They did get a few pickups. 18, able to make it decent. 18 carrying here for NJIT. Able to make this a winnable fight. Respawns though are going to be coming back in. Swish charged up, under pressure, under fire, holding on back.
Swish has to die.
Swish ends up falling. Still hope here for NJIT. Respawn's coming back in. Quad core going to fall. An emergency bashing from Hobbs. Doing the work needed. Cake grabbing the shatter. Gets Insomniac. But the bashing pressure might be a little bit too much from the outskirts. Harrisburg. Respawn's going to do it. Just playing in, sickest. Down. Good displacement for here from Hobbs. I think this is going to go badly pretty quickly here for NJIT. Harrisburg taking point A much quicker. C for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. That's incredibly unlikely. Spoody coming here to the back, drops the EMP, hits 4, and the follow-through is there. Harrisburg completely dominating here on Kings Row. 5.5 minutes, and they don't have far to go. But for NJIT, they almost lose the support line. They do. Hobbs with the barrage takes down both. And Harrisburg, they're threatening. They want to end this here and now. Gonna invest nano boost, but Abadio down on their side. Spoody's bomb gonna take down one, and Harrisburg will not be denied.
They see Cake in the backline. If Cake can get Primal, there's still a chance for the recontest, but no, gonna get focused down. Harrisburg recognizing their advantage. They walk forward with the Transcendence. There's no grab, right? Blow your trance to move forward, to walk over the front line there, and just keep getting those picks, and then win the post fight.
It's tricky to pull off under the best of circumstances. Swish just melts Conrad on down.
And right now, we're watching teams struggle to break the bunker. We talked how we'd probably see bunker fairly often during this competition. And we haven't actually seen it that much, but we're seeing the value of it for Harrisburg. NJIT have to feel happy for at least defeating the probability monster for one more time. As Hobbs, he's flanking. Here comes the barrage.
Barrage is big. Ends up at 3, naked 4. Hobbs on the perfect far flank to set that up.
Stunned.
But the tank mode, it's enough extra HP. It kept alive. Swish actually able to get away. Meanwhile, Insomniac's been Valkyrie. All the while, NJIT down to the final 10 seconds. They're dying one by one. And this is looking like a dominant first point hold here for Harrisburg. Remember, this is NJIT fighting for their very tournament life. If they lose this battle, that's it. Their journey is going to be over.
Look at the high ground. The TP onto the high ground. Okay, I thought they were going to flank behind them. That would have been, but I guess this is cool too. So then they drop directly in front of them.
The wall is helping them a bit, and amplification matrix out. This helps them so much to the point. It's devastating. Harrisburg off the amp matrix. Choose to run NJIT. And that is going to be Harrisburg eliminating NJIT. They will move on to the semifinals tomorrow.